Aloha, High Vibe Tribe. Welcome back to my channel. It is Pink Bella Aloha. We have so much to cover today. Let me just see if I can light my Palo Santo. I hope everybody is well. I'll bring up the chat shortly. Kind of just set a sacred tone for us all here today and a healing space, and that we have access to the Galactic Akashic records for this amazing download. Can everyone hear me? Okay, let me know. I've got my microphone set up a bit differently. Let me just. Someone could type in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, that would be great. So, aloha, Christine. Okay, thank you, Teresa. Aloha, Teresa. Aloha, Brandy. Aloha, Era. Geo, Pegasus. Welcome, everyone. If you all have any questions, aloha, Laura. If you all have any questions, fantastic. Thank you, April. Aloha. If you have any questions while I'm going through the information today, then for sure type in the chat and I'll come back to you. Okay, so we have a lot to cover. I wanted to do a live. Thank you, everyone, for being so patient because their live got delayed, but that was important as well. So for those of you who are here today, I'm grateful for you. Everyone who watches this on replay, so thankful. Please like, subscribe, and share out, as that helps other Starseeds and Lightworkers. So my name is Pink Bella Aloha, and I assist Starseeds, Lightworkers, all souls on your awakening ascension journey to make sure you're the best version of you, that you are on your highest timeline. I work with the quantum Akashic records. So what I do is I deep dive and clear out things like soul contracts, timeline loops, ancestral imprints in our own lives, dark ET interference. There's other forms of interference here on the planet as well, being parts of the matrix. And I also, the reason I do the quantum Akashic records, quantum is multidimensional because there's multiple timelines, and there's also timelines that are not on this planet. There are galactic timelines, which is what we all have graduated to at this time from last year. Before I get into the group reading and all the topics today, if any of you would like to work with me before the Lionsgate, which I'll talk about, I do have some outside regular client hours. My regular sessions are Tuesday to Thursday, but I've got some times on 2 Saturdays and 2 Mondays before the Lionsgate, which is the 8th of August. So if you're interested in that, those dates and availability is at the top of my website. There's also some regular appointments still available on Tuesday to Thursday, and lots of offers on right now, including empowerment coaching, including Lionsgate empowerment package, which is mix and match of all different sessions. And of course, there's availability to start as a mentorship as well. And just personal sessions. Yeah, there's also distance healing, JSEALS. I haven't posted about that for a few days, but advanced JSEALS, this is a great time to do that before the Lionsgate, to level up, to release any tracking tags, any old connections to the old matrix system, as well as 22 chakra quantum healing too. Yeah, and I must share about the dragons. I'm going to post some dragon messages. The dragon activation sessions have been amazing. Some of you maybe don't know, you have a guardian dragon that often comes in, and then also the dragons are helping us to clear timelines multidimensionally and just to hang out and bring in more joy and fun and empower us. So that's amazing as well if you want to work more with dragons. I'm not sure about group calls until September, but stay tuned. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and you're getting my updates on in the community tab, because that's today, for example. Community tab was pretty well all I could focus on. I couldn't get to Telegram till later, etc. So that's where I announce everything. But there will be some group calls. I just don't know. They might not be till September. So stay tuned for that. And I think I'll put a little survey out on the community tab as well to see where we should go next. Okay. So I want to do a collective reading and talk about the Galactic New Year. The Galactic New Year today is the 24th. The Galactic New Year is on the 26th. That is a brand new cycle for all of us to begin our new year. Yes, the new year doesn't really begin on the 1st of January for all of us. It actually begins on the 26th. And because as we proceed towards the Lionsgate, which is the peak of this massive, powerful Stargate gateway for all of us, I keep showing this image because this is like the Sirius Stargate alignment with our central sun. Sirius B opened officially on the 7th of July. So it's in full swing as of the 26th, and then we proceed to the 8th. And this is just a powerful time. We're going to be experiencing more solar flares, higher intensity light DNA and light activations. We're going to be receiving, some of us may already have been in and or leaving the dark night of the soul, as in questioning everything due to a fresh start and a new beginning. We're also, many of us are getting our training wheels removed as well. And so any strange things, any maybe interference, any messages in your dreams, anything that might be that might upset you, that's something to heal and clear right now before the Lionsgate. So tomorrow is considered the 25th, the day out of time. And the day out of time is like New Year's Eve. It's like reevaluating, like, and you think about it. This is actually, I was thinking tomorrow is 6 months till Christmas. I thought that's so interesting. So I just tuned into it this year. So there is, we have like a 6-month marker for the end of the year in, on 3D Earth in this calendar. But we are also being given an opportunity to reevaluate how far we've come since January, what we wish to clear and heal. And this is such a powerful time for all of us to do clearing and healing. Unbelievable, like mind-blowing. Because even myself, I just went through a massive initiation and integration since the equinox in March. And I will talk about more of that coming soon. I'm still unpacking it. But I completely, like, a big level of my third eye got elevated through this whole experience. So sometimes the experiences that are set up are to make sure that we're very aware of all the players on the planet that are still here. And there's lots of different players and lots of different timelines that we can play on. And it's a soul choice. It's a frequency choice, but sometimes we don't even know that we're on a different timeline until things happen. Yeah. Okay. So that's the first thing. So the Galactic New Year is on the 26th, which is Thursday. Interestingly enough, that is the day that the Summer Olympics starts in Paris. I thought that was a very interesting coincidence. And I think if we have time, I'm going to look at some of the world events. So I'm going to look a little bit more. Rob and I went into this quite a bit, the world global internet outage, but I'm going to maybe pull a few more cards about that. So much going on in the USA recently, especially, and then from now through November. So I'll just take a little quick overview about that. I'm sure I'll come back to that as well. I'm coming from a very neutral, higher perspective. So the Galactics will bring in messages for us about that as well, and just see what they have to say. I'm going to do a collective reading for us all for the 8/8 Lionsgate for 2024. And just talk about the fall of Atlantis, why Starseeds Quantum Healing is connected to all of that, and any questions that you all have. We have a lot to cover. Yeah. So if you have any questions as well, I'm so grateful to be here and be able to do this live with you all today. And I'm going to do collective reading and just ask for the best messages for us overall for the 8/8 Lionsgate. Let's see what we want to bring in. What came in? Yeah, we're getting our training wheels off. We are stepping into another more empowered place. And for many of us, in the last live, I talked about starseed origins. We're refocusing kind of on a starseed origin that we might be working with for the next 6 months. It might be new. It might be a stronger version of ourselves. So we don't just have higher selves that are Earth higher selves. We have higher selves that are multidimensional starseed origins. And then for myself, at the moment, I work with various groups, but my graduation is I've integrated all of my galactic aspects for now. Doesn't mean that there isn't going to be something else that's going to come forward. And I've integrated them all, and I'm more deeply connected to Prime Source Creator. So that's what my last 3 months initiation has been about. Okay, so let's just check in. I'm just going to ask that we all be surrounded with a healing protective bubble of light, that we're all on a timeline and a frequency for this session, and that the best messages come in, including from the Galactic Akashic records. They are open. Okay, so just asking for the best messages for all of us around the 8/8 Lionsgate 2024. How powerful it's going to be for all of us, that there might be distractions on the way there or even that day, and that we're to remain neutral and at peace. Okay, so the overall message, and this came in, when did this come in? It might have come in the last live that I did. So a karmic board clearing. So an opportunity to clear personal, ancestral, galactic quantum clearing and to release soul contracts. So this is an energetic clearing time to rewrite your story so that you can move forward more sovereign, more in your power, and more in your truth. Overall, it's considered a very powerful divine alignment Stargate matrix for all of us. We do not have to be at a vortex. Some of you have been called to go to vortexes around the planet, and that's cool too. But many of us, you're receiving so much exactly where you are, which is why the solar flares have gotten so intense. Okay, so this is a time to notice synchronicities, being more connected to Prime Source, to the universe, to the Divine Sophia, and to like we defrag. When we go through things that that trigger us, we defrag, and so we're bringing us all back together to unify. And also just think about that. So think about the whole opportunity of this making our way towards the Lionsgate is that we're manifesting with Prime Source Creator, and we're manifesting our best collective outcome for ourselves, the collective, all of it. Okay, so that's the first message. Oh, I'm going to do this one last. Okay, the next message that came in is Akashic Records. So many of you have your history, your stories, your soul contracts, your blocks to abundance, your I did a little bit of writing yesterday, and there's a whole list of things that keep us tied and keep us in loops. So the Akashic Records came forward. So clearing out old stories, releasing past lives. That's right, your past lives are there, as well as your quantum parallel lives, and to bring in sovereign and freedom for you. And the Sword of Light came in. So this is not from a fear-based perspective. This is from a make sure that you're using your tools so you're divinely protected. Okay. If some tools that you're using are not working, it's time to level them up. It's time to find some new tools. It means also that the darker energies have found their way through a portal, an access point. It could be personal, it could be through friends and family, it could be through your home as well. Okay, so anyway, the Sword of Light came in, divine protection to cut cords and break on through the other side. So break through the energies. All right, and absolutely, I place light shields around myself, my kitty, my home, my platforms every single day and before I go to sleep, and I make sure that he and I are all watched over as well while we're sleeping. So that's absolutely not from fear-based. That is from like wanting to make sure that there's no glitches in my personal reality, especially while I'm sleeping and out traveling to the light ships. Okay. All right. Where else did they want me to go? Just going to pull up a few cards for us because I want to see if there's anything else that we need to know. Oh, I love it. So this actually came in the Arcturian channeling that came in that I shared on the weekend, which was imprinted with 528 hertz, but I didn't remember to share that at the beginning. It's at the end of the video. So when you go back and listen to that transmission, you're absolutely receiving, even though there's no sound, you're receiving 528 hertz. Repair miracles healing code 35. So this is a DNA healing repair code. So this is a perfect frequency to listen to, or one of your choice from now, to keep you calm, to clear your energy and to help you strengthen up. So that's perfect. I love that it came in. And the message is, okay, the number on because we all love the numbers, right? So number is 35 and the message is repair. So repairing our DNA. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'll come back to you, Gio. I love that. Number 9, a consciousness expansion. 9s are very powerful because they're about endings and new beginnings. So they're letting us know this is such a powerful time for a reset, everybody. Number 9, consciousness expansion, ascension healing shield. So again, we're talking about shields, about light shields. And I love that, like the blue frequency and the violet purple frequency, like the violet flame has come forward. And then we'll just pull one more. Number 20, resilience. So you are strong, you are resilient, you are, we are all being given an opportunity to level up and step into our empowerment. A lot, the themes and sessions right now have been clearing out old programs in the solar plexus. You would not believe, everyone, how how deep the programs have gone in our root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. And when I take clients through an alignment meditation with the chakra system after being in the quantum Akashic records, I get sensations around what chakras were blocked on the way down and to elevate as well. So the solar plexus has been key, and the counterbalance for the solar plexus chakra is the throat chakra. So guess what? This is number 20, resilience. It's the Lyra activation. I love it. So many of you will be integrating your Lyran aspect this Lionsgate. And are being introduced to it. And I was introduced to my Lyran aspect last year. So I love that. This lion just came to me last year. So that is amazing. Okay, I'm going to just go through. Let me just finish this reading and then I'll come back to the comments. Okay. And I'm going to figure out how to put sound to my transmissions, but I'm very aware of sort of copyright scenarios. So I have to make sure that I research that and do it properly. Okay. So so that's going to complete the scenario, I think. I'm going to pull one card from this deck, and then I'll pull a dragon, unicorn, and crystal for us all. Okay, our overall message is don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And it doesn't mean running around with a Starseeds t-shirt, although I will be making those, and we will be wearing them soon. I know some people do, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not that at the moment. It's just like maybe there's still some aspects that you are hiding to yourself that need to be healed at this time on a quantum level, so that you're more shiny and bright. Basically, that's what I'm getting from it. So, and I love, actually, she's got crystals around her. Yeah, it's integrating soul aspects, because there's other aspects behind her, and then there's that bright light, that bright pyramid. So if anything's bringing you down, if you're in a dark night of the soul, keep working at it and it will shift. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to what first? Unicorn, dragon, crystal. So let's see what unicorn message wants to come in. And then I will come back to your questions. Thank you, everybody. All right. So the unicorn, the powerful time for expansion and leveling up and stepping more into our power. Spread your wings and soar, share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. And particularly, we're all going to start getting dragged into 3D scenarios connected to where we live. Like the movie is starting to heat up. So we're to use our tools to stay neutral as best we can. If you notice that something comes to the surface and you're like, that's not neutral, then that's something that you can just release and let go of. Okay, we're becoming more galactic hybrid starseeds and moving towards more of releasing our imprints from our growing up, school, work, family, friends, countries. As soon as I knew that I had all these imprints from all of that, including the country that I was born into, I just, like a snake, just shed the skin and just like, no, I'm a galactic hybrid starseed here on mission, and I just live at this grid point. So I'm kind of like that now. So, okay. What dragon message would like to come in for us? Love the dragons. Everyone who's been working with the dragons with me has been profound. It's been amazing. Okay. Oh, I love it. Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. Which is fantastic because that's the transmission that came in on the weekend. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. You are all carrying the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. Can we see the theme of the shining light? Not only that, just set the intention as well that you're receiving your downloads and your future schematics, which could be sacred geometry, colors, schematics for your soul mission, and like sound, color, all sorts of things. Yeah, all sorts of things. So that's amazing. And let me pull a crystal for us all, and then I will come to questions, and then we'll move on to some of the other topics for today. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull another one because sometimes when a crystal comes up and it's not a common crystal, we're going to get 3 because I can see what's happening here. Okay, so right away they're letting me know that, like, because of the purple and the blue, any sort of blue or purple crystals to help with our throat chakra and our third eye and our crown at this time would be amazing. So if you find that amethyst works really well for you to stay calm and stay balanced, go towards a purple stone. If you find that a blue stone works best for you, then find something like that to wear. Like if you can wear something around your throat and your neck, that would be even perfect. So that will help you stay balanced and stay at peace, stay out of the storm, basically. Okay, so a couple of the messages that came in, very root chakra related, the stones. One of them is about, yeah, both root chakra. The stone is called chiastolite, and it's about past loved ones. So it's an opportunity to connect with knowing that if some soul family have transitioned, that they are now part of your team, that you can call on them. And we also can receive visitations in our sleep. I'm not going to talk too much about the Mercury retrograde this time unless I'm guided to, but we are going to be officially in a Mercury retrograde before the 8/8 on the 5th of August. And I often find during Mercury retrograde, there's like a static on the line between ourselves and our guides. But we will receive a lot of divine messages in our dreams. So that's also a perfect time to be aware that you can receive divine connections and reunions with past loved ones. Okay. The other one that came in is like a red chakra. This one's garnet for the root chakra. Now, red stones typically bring in energy. So if you are in a heat wave right now, you're probably being overstimulated by the solar coast. So I would go to a more neutral black stone for grounding. But if you need energy wherever you are, some type of red stone will really bring in positive energy. Now, this one is about commitment, and it's reconnecting the heart and the sacral energy, number 18. But it's also, what I'm hearing is, it's like commit to yourself, love, your spiritual journey, your soul journey, your soul healing through this process. And then fluorite came in. Oh my gosh. I am not wearing fluorite right now, but honestly, everyone, it is, fluorite is so amazing so as an example, think about when a massive X flare comes in, that usually levels all of us now. And you might not even be able to function for a day. I've had times where I've literally, in the last couple of weeks, had to crawl to my computer to send out Zoom links because I've just been like floored. So think about this huge wave of light coming in, right? So fluorite is fantastic for helping us stay unified and balanced and do our 3D tasks. And so it came up through a bunch of sessions. So I found my fluorite. And if you feel spacey and ungrounded and you're finding your black stones aren't working, get yourself a piece of fluorite to keep with you, because literally it just shifted everything for me and it allowed me to stay aligned and to stay focused. Okay. So that's number 16, fluorite. Okay. So that's our crystal. So let me come and say hi to you all. Say hi to you all and see what everybody is sharing about how my Aloha High Vibe Tribe. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to go right back to the beginning. So I said hi to everybody. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I just want to say hi, aloha to everybody as well. But I'm just going to show this. So Laura, tonight has been an event for sure. It's all being exposed slowly. Laura, I'm not sure what that is. I think you're in England, so maybe you can type in the comments about what's going on, and let us know what that's about. We have a lot of releasing things and people no longer serving me or splitting timelines. Absolutely. That's a really good point. This is a massive choosing our timeline and timeline split. When a lot of this came to me was July 2017. And right after that, we had a massive eclipse that went over North America in August. And that was such a clear timeline split. So that's very important as well for us to choose wisely and stay out of drama, because we are the soul nurturing, soul care, being drama free, and choosing our timeline. Okay. All right. Great message. Aloha, Toya. Aloha, Teresa. I need that. I'm not sure what that is, but hopefully it is. It's getting darker since the illusions are dropping. Yeah, and I feel like a bunch of things. So this came through last year, and I think it even came through a little while ago. Even those of us as Lightworkers and Starseeds, there's going to be some surprises to help us just prepare for, to stabilize. Like things come in to kind of shake out any cobwebs to make sure that we're, oh yeah, okay, that's a potential. Never thought about that. Okay, so we're just to be aware. Yeah, more of the illusions, more of the veils are being dropped for sure. Aloha Geo. I love this. I've been using Pure Love Source frequency a lot recently. I love that. Is that okay, let us know what that is. Is that 936 hertz or what is Pure Love Source? I love that. Yeah, let us know what that is. That sounds amazing. Violet Flame Love by Mosa Blu-rays. Yeah, the Violet. I'm actually going to be doing like a deeper dive into the Violet Flame for us soon. It's unbelievable, and I too am a Blu-ray, and both of the Violet Flame and the Blue Flame are just blessings, just gifts that we were given for our toolkit. Christine Love, is that why my belly gut has been weird lately? Yeah. So days that you notice that. So I often will notice that, Christine, once a solar flare comes in, it doesn't even have to be an X flare. So I felt those symptoms on Monday and yesterday, and it was a combination of the full moon and also the solar flares that came in. So it will bring up and out. So there'll be days where we're not hungry. There'll be days when our stomach is upset. So just eat lightly that day, right? Eat lightly, and it's literally our bodies are purging what they don't want, and our body also might want us to go on a detox and or just be on fluids for a day as well. Okay. I love it. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments. And just see. I had someone pulling my energy early, had to clear. This is a really good point, everyone. So sometimes the energy, we don't know that it's there until we feel a pull or a tug. Or the other thing, I just did a huge detox of everything, not even just personal. I did a declutter at home. Not even thinking about that it was the final of our galactic year, right? So I did a declutter at home. I reorganized my closet. I did some tidying up and changed some things. And and I did a digital detox as well. So I went in and I removed some videos like from all of my channels that have been there for forever that were no longer necessary to lighten the load. Same with emails and basically all my platforms. There's still a bunch more that I want to do, but that changes our timeline. It's like even that keeps us in the past. So sometimes we need to go through and maybe check our friends list on platforms and just say, yeah, I don't really want, this is my private space. That's not really what I want anymore. Maybe we're rethinking our direction, where we want to live, if we're on soul mission, what our next steps are. So this is really a powerful time to kind of reevaluate everything. And sometimes, so one powerful thing that I did yesterday was I thought, okay, so my work right now is way different than it was when I first started helping you all. And I thought maybe there's still a connection between the Akashic Records and previous clients. So I just asked that all of the Akashic Records, whoever I've helped, were closed, because I do that now, but maybe I didn't back then. And it just like, I just felt all of this energy fly. So we, at any time we can go back and clean up a timeline. There's never a wrong time, because we're learning as we go, right? Yeah, we're learning as we go. Okay. Yes, it's slow. I'm just observing that I already know it's playing out perfectly good. Awesome. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, this is actually a good point. So our frequency can be so high that, yeah, it will irritate certain people in our reality. They won't like that. And then the other flip side is you're being shown kind of the people that you've done like an expansion, a jump in frequency, and that there might be some people in and around you that can't keep up at the moment. Yeah, solitude and time alone at this point, like meditating and making sure that our energy container is strong. We're taking really good care of our physical avatars. We're drinking lots of water, spending time in and around water, and trying to find those peaceful pockets as best we can. Speaking of which, I need to have some green tea. Hold on. My throat was getting a bit dry. I have been finding, everyone, my throat has been dry. My eyes have been dry. They're starting to get a bit better now. The other thing is that there is potential right now for more toxins to be in the air, especially if we're somewhere where there's been massive heat waves for a long time and there hasn't been any rain. So you may be required to take something to boost your immune system and also boost your hydration, boost your what else would they share with me? Oh, taking something that will be taking any toxins out of your body. So my eyes are starting to get better, but they were very dry all of a sudden for like a couple of weeks. We did have a really massive heat wave here that was unusual. And also other souls in my reality that are not like, they don't know that they're a starseed. Yeah, right. So they too were having dry eyes. So I often get feedback from my my little personal collective of things that are going on. Okay, thank you, Brandy. I've been hearing a lot about the area we've grown up into dissolving southern roots. Good, I love that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like wherever we are on the planet, there are these old stories. That's why a lot of us do grid work, because there's these old stories imprinted in the land. A lot, especially North America. So many of the native groups were harmed, and many of us, the call to grid work, were like literally recoding joy and light back into the land. So I love that. Hold on, let me just see. There was something else. Hold on. Joyful Jennifer, you didn't join late. I was late. I was an hour late because my other show was late. You have Aloha, Catherine. Love is the focus. Absolutely. Compassion, love, kindness, compassion, joy, peace, patience, all of that is important, especially towards ourselves, right? It's like we're a future version of ourselves. We can't look back on another version of when we made choices that were different, because we just were different. We didn't have the tools that we have now. And then our higher self is a future version of ourselves. So we can choose that version that we want to connect with as well. Okay. Let me just see. This is a good. What do I recommend for detoxing? It depends, Catherine. It depends what type of detox you want. For some, just even doing like a warm lemon water in the morning is a really good detox before having any food or coffee or anything. There are actual detox kits that you can buy that are a couple of days as well. You can check into that. I know like there's some herbal ones that I've done in the past. Right now, I think I just kind of go in and out of it. I'm not going to specifically say I'm going to detox. My body forced me to detox the last couple of days. I wasn't really hungry. So I've been just like mainly fluids and smoothies. And I've got some ingredients in my smoothies that will take like heavy metals and stuff out. So just things like that. And maybe there's going to be a new routine that's going to come for you, but we're all different. So it depends what kind of detox that you're thinking about for sure. You want to relocate. Well, this is a fantastic time, Joyful Jennifer, to figure out where you might want to go and set those intentions for the Lionsgate. Okay. Oh, I love this. Geo Pegasus, I cleared the cemetery next to where I live. Thank you so much. Geo Pegasus, where are you on the planet? Yep, everyone punch in where you are, because I love to see where everybody is and to see who's joined us today. That would be so cool. Laura, it's been challenging. I live with my family. Okay, Laura, it's okay. I'm going to bring it up because I think this is important, because some souls are living with a lot of other souls who are not awake. And I've been through those scenarios. I could write a whole series of books just on roommates that I've had. So it's been challenging. I live with my family and they begin getting so angry at me, and I've had sore throat today. I've been cleansing, drinking ginger and cinnamon lemon water. I understand, Laura, absolutely. And I affirm that is so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so challenging to be in an environment when energy wants to channel through family and friends and then dump on us. I've been there. It's very traumatizing. So do the best that you can. Keep setting intentions. Take some time to yourself whenever you can, even if it's out of the house, and start setting intentions to have your own space as well whenever that works out too. So I'm glad that you're drinking ginger and cinnamon lemon water. That's amazing. So good for you. Okay, let me just see. But I've been there, yeah. I learned all about actually shielding and leveling up my shields when I lived with people. It's a form of mastery to be with family and friends through these times, that's for sure. Yeah, always on time. That's right, Joyful Jennifer. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Okay, I love this. I drink coconut water, then water ditched coffee. So I'm not really a coffee drinker, but I do get called to drink it. I have a really really nice espresso. I don't go out for coffee anymore. I've kind of withdrawn from all of that, but I like to make something at home if I'm called to it. And but yeah, whatever works for you. Like coconut water is really hydrating. I like lemon water, lime water. Just us sharing as well. Because I've got ice water in the fridge as well. I'm gonna start adding cucumber to that as well. So that's a really good hydrator and detox as well. Yeah, I love that, Geo. And that's amazing that you did that. Good for you. That's very brave to go and heal and clear a cemetery. Oh, good. I love that, Laura. That's amazing. I'm going to bring that up. So you are moving into natural foods and remembering you're a medicine woman. Exactly. And that really irks people that we're with. I remember living and going overseas, coming back a vegetarian, completely floored my family. But they accepted it and they got through it. I think they kept thinking I was going to change back. And I was vegan for a couple of months, and I don't feel like everybody needs to be vegan. But it got to the point where some of the foods that I was consuming was making me ill. So I had to start making some choices about that. And I don't judge what everyone else does. I feel like everybody just needs to do what they need to do. So, but yeah. Oh, and the other thing, Laura, I was going to share with you as well is, sorry, I brought that up, is that when we start shifting our diet, it changes our frequency, and then the people that are around us have that it's like nails on a chalkboard. They have a problem with that. They want everybody to stay the same for sure. Joyful Jennifer, sunny and welcome, sunny and hot California. Welcome, Stratford, Connecticut. Thank you all for being all around the planet. Maine, I have a cemetery on my property. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, Bristol, UK. I thought you were in the UK. Thank you for doing that. And I did see you share on my Telegram, and I wasn't able to respond too much. My Telegram's on my tablet, and my tablet is like, she's not happy right now. She's older, and so I have not been able to get into Telegram as often, but I appreciated what you shared. Thank you for that. And we have Toya is in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you so much. Era, WA, is that Washington, or because there's a WA in Australia too? I think you're in Washington State. Trisha, drawn to clear ancestral contracts that need clearing. Good. It's perfect time to do that right now. So that's amazing. Divine Psychic Crystal, Tarpon Springs, Florida. Florida's in the house today. Yeah, everywhere in the world. I know. I love that. I love us connecting. Wound socket. Okay, RI. Where's RI, Gary? I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember what that is. Yeah, let me know. I'm not sure where that is, but welcome. Let's see. Western Canada on fire. What's happening? Patricia, where are you in Western Canada? And where are the fires? So you know that we don't, unless I go look for news, unless I see people posting, most of the social media has blocked all of this in Canada to share. So let me know where the fires are. So I'm outside of Vancouver, and right now I haven't heard of anything. But yeah, if there's something else going on, let me know, and we can have a quick look into that for sure. Thanks for keeping me posted. Are you in let me know if you're in BC or Alberta or where you are. Okay. Coffee and ginger with coconut milk is so nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. So watermelon is huge right now. Watermelon is huge. It's so hydrating. I haven't gotten one yet, but it's on my list to get. We just broke a massive heat wave that went on for 2 weeks, but watermelon is so powerful and so hydrating. So it's amazing. Half a lemon and glass of filtered water first thing in the morning. Well done, Christine. Good for you. Okay, let me just see. I want to see if there's anybody else. Okay. Oh, Rhode Island. Thank you, Gary. Okay, let me just see. Yeah, so here's the thing with cemeteries too. Like some of them are peaceful and some of them aren't. It just depends what happened on the land beforehand. And I mean, we all know, right? Our beautiful souls that maybe might be in a cemetery, they're not actually there. Their souls are gone. So it's just the remainder of their energy. So they don't hang out there. But they might pop in if you go visit them there as well. But yeah, some of the cemeteries with weird energy would be because of things that had happened on the land or happened there beforehand, for sure. And I would say, like, if I look at cemeteries, like when I traveled in Europe, cemeteries are you know, hundreds and hundreds of years old. Things have been there. So yeah, some of the land has to be cleared as well. Let me just see. Christine Love, Rhode Island. Thank you, Ohio. Thank you, Ohio and Rhode Island. Yes, thank you, Gary. Rhode Island next to Massachusetts. Yes, I couldn't. It's going, hi, what is that, Rhode Island? Awesome. Thank you for being here. April is in Southeast Michigan, 45 miles from Detroit. Thank you for being here, April. Yeah, so Laura, I know that the UK has been going through a real cold spell, and we've been going through unbelievable heat. Like I'm north of Seattle. It was hotter here than it was in Florida last week. Like that's not normal. And then you all having so much rain is not normal either. So anyway, yeah, the weather is all out of whack. Okay, I think that's it. So I think we'll just move. Let me just see. We'll move into one of the next topics for sure. And you just all type if there's any questions as well, okay? All right, where are we going to next? Let's talk about, okay, I've talked about the Galactic New Year and how important Lionsgate is. Let's talk about the fall of Atlantis and the starseeds quantum healing. So they're connected. Let me have some more tea. They're connected. They are a lot of what's coming up right now. For quantum healing multidimensionally is from the fall of Atlantis. That's another theme that's been with sessions. So for you as a light worker and starseed, if you haven't gotten to that aspect yet or you don't know that, we received many traumas from the fall of Atlantis because it was so traumatic. We lost family, friends, we lost our home. It was a slow infiltration of complete darkness on all levels, including there was a dark AI was there as well as dark ETs. It became unbearable. Many of us left early. I was one of the souls that left early, but then there was survivor's guilt. So that's been a theme that's been coming up about not just being in Atlantis, but the fall of Atlantis, that it was so traumatic. There's also, I'm going to try and do something. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I may have to do something for Rumble, but there is also belief systems that there are some of the beings in the Matrix do time travel, and they've gone back to that timeline and brought dark technology here to keep us in control. So I want to look at that at some other point, but I just wanted to share that about the fall of Atlantis is very key to all of our journeys, that we all remember it and or saw it going down, and it impacted. It was basically the fall of the earth when that happened. And the reason that quantum healing is so important to starseeds, because you are all multidimensional. You're not just this being in this life. You've had past lives here on Earth and on other planets. So quantum healing is multidimensional healing, and it helps to clear patterns from this life, personal, ancestral, and galactic as well. Okay, yeah. So let me just see. I'm going to just pull a couple of cards around just that, the fall of Atlantis and quantum healing around that, and see what we need to know. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gary, for being there. That's great. Thank you, Joyful Jennifer. Ooh, okay. So right away, I didn't even know this when they gave me the title, everyone. I'm just feeling this heavy energy in the high heart areas. The high heart is thymus area. So there, oh yeah. So if that comes up for you from now through the Lionsgate or even in the future, there's some heaviness there, and that's deep grief and deep sadness for all that. And there is guilt and shame, and about not being able to save the others, not seeing it coming. I just went through an experience for the last 3 months that I thought was a positive alliance, and it turned out to be so far from that. And I didn't beat myself up. I just went into question mode. But maybe a year ago I would have, right? Because we have veils over certain things to not see them, so we can go through the experiences. Okay. So for some of you, whether here live or watching it later, there's heaviness in your high heart, and it's from that. It comes up from this time of year because it was actually around from now through the Lionsgate when Atlantis fell. Okay. I don't have an exact date, but that's come through before. All right. So right off the bat, they're saying, of course, the violet flame is a really powerful tool to work and assist with the releasing. It's about karmic release and radical transformation. You're all not going to believe this because this is what I'm feeling. I'm just going to ask, okay, I'm going to ask the violet flame connected to divine source to assist anyone on this call or anyone who listens on the replay to help transmute some of the heaviness in your high heart with ease and grace, because it's there and you might not even know why it's there. You might actually just have like heavy energy in and around the high heart or the heart area, and it's connected to that. Okay. So just say you receive if you receive, and if not, you can go and listen to a violet flame transmutation meditation later. Okay. Starting to get better. It's still feeling a little constructive, but everyone just breathe deeply. Okay, better. Okay, and then because we're going through a high heart activation. We're going through a high heart activation right now as well. So to do that, we have to release quantum multidimensional scenarios, and a lot of them were traumatic. So high heart activations to help us drop our shields, receive divine love, and to help heal our heart. So that's beautiful. That means that the fall of Atlantis is a big piece for a lot of us to heal and release at this time. I'm just starting to get warm. Okay, Patricia Westman, thank you for saying Alberta. Can you kind of give me an idea where in Alberta? I think that would be good. And then I can zero in and ask some questions. Okay. And then the final message, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Is the central sun, which Rob and I just talked about. So the central sun is Sirius. It is the sun behind our sun. It is the sun connected to our activations and our elevation for the Lionsgate at this time. That's that bright star right there. And so the central sun is coming in, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. So this is an opportunity to remove abundance blocks as well and receive more and be open to receiving more as well. Okay. So anything else? No, that's good. They're saying. Okay, let me just see. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Okay, I will come back. I'm going to come back to you, Patricia, and pull some cards about that. I remember now because I saw somebody couldn't go there. When you said heaviness in the heart, mine has been very heavily a bolt of energy shot through my body. Thank you for being here, Christina, for sharing that. Yeah, so this is one of my superpowers in my sessions. I feel heaviness or blocks in everyone's chakras. And that's been one of my superpowers that's been coming online. So yeah, thank you for confirming that as well. Yes. So Jasper is a beautiful place. I've been there many times. It's where a lot of elk are, and it's one of those magical places like Banff that I went to as a child on road trips with my family, because I actually have family in Alberta as well. So yeah, are the fires still going in Jasper? Did they evacuate? Yeah, thank you for letting me know. There's just been so much going on. I haven't been able to keep up with it, but I'll pull some cards. Yes, there's fires in California as well. I know. Okay. Hopefully Jasper will be okay. It's such a magical place as well. So, and I think what I'll do is I'll do some research later as well. Okay, let me just, and then I'll look at some of the world events too, but I want to just take a look. Let's ask about the fires in Jasper. And I want to know if it's something to be concerned about. Was it organically started or was it a target? Yeah. Joyful Jennifer, I agree. That's why it's so interesting, because Rob and I did a whole show about all the fires last year. There was a big fire. There's an area called Kelowna, not very, it's probably about a 5-hour drive for me, but it got massively hit. And when we looked into it, it was targeted, and it was to force individuals to leave the outer areas and push them back into the cities. Yeah. So yeah, air pollution. I know it can be horrendous. That's why we all love rain. Pray for rain for California, everyone, and for the fires in Alberta. And so it is done. And the animals. That's right. That's right. Okay. Root chakra firm foundation. And there's actually, I know, like Jasper, I have to look at the map again, but it's close to the Rockies. Like it's not, yeah. That's root chakra. Again, the word foundation came in, and homes. 2 4s, praying for rain. Yeah. I actually know somebody who his work is to overlap the manipulation of the weather. And so I'll see if I can track him down, because he might actually be in Alberta right now. So I'll see what he knows as well. And we got number 1, awareness, crown chakra. Okay. And I'm going to pull some other cards. So so it's impacting, it's creating fear in everyone's root chakra. It's impacting family and homes and generations. It looks to me though like all the locals there are aware. So I don't know, like that's what I'd have to do some research. I don't know if similar things, like maybe a lot is not getting out into the media. That's what happened with Kelowna last year. It was locals who were posting on their own personal timelines on Facebook how we got the information. Okay. So I don't know what the update is, but I am, like, the Page of Swords came in. So that potentially is saying that it's clearing. They're stopping it, or it will be cleared soon, but it's still in the early stages. So hopefully it has stopped. But you asked about it, so I'm thinking that it hasn't. But that's just to say prayers, like, that's, I often will say, and I'm gonna set up a grid for Jasper. I didn't even think about that because I didn't realize what was going on, to that extent. But we can create crystal grids and send prayers to areas and ask for the right people to come in and assist. So and it looks like the young ones that live in that area are very aware that something is up. Maybe they saw something. It's impacting everyone's homes, and the high priestess came in, but it's awakening everyone as well. Yeah, it's because that's been the story in all of the fires, that the locals absolutely understand that there's more to it than what's going on, and it's awakening. It's awakening those souls from this beautiful little bubble of perfection to understanding that they're not truly supported. Okay, and that's a horrible. It's such a heavy knowing to find out. Thank you, Joyful. It's such a heavy knowing to know that our local regiments that are supposed to be helping the community are not helping. So that there's something about that, like it's awakening everybody in that community. That's why the crown and the third eye and awareness came up, and then the Hierophant came in, and that is like the higher self. So it's helping everyone who's involved in that situation awaken, period. So I don't know if you all know this. I've just started kind of having more Canadians pop in because Canada has been so sleepy. So I want to ask if it's been divinely orchestrated though, or if it was like an energy attack. What card deck should I go to? Okay. I've got a couple of card decks. So I'm just going to ask if it was an energy attack, or if it was planned, or if it was accidental, like lightning, or divinely orchestrated. It's a recalibration of the area, like a reset. And a frequency came in, expansion, 741 hertz, enlightened healing code. So that would be something that anyone that's being bothered by anywhere that you are, if there's fires and smoke, which impacts all of us in our lungs, 741 hertz would be a perfect frequency to listen to. I just listened to that. It's a detox, a healer. It heals pain as well. Where is it? I'm going to pull some of the galactic cards because I'm not really getting a clear message about how it started or how it's going. Oh, they can't control the wind. Yeah, I know the ones in California. Okay. Okay, so the Palladium, okay, so the card that came in is imbalance, 39 in a positive polarity. So there's some kind of imbalance in that area that's being corrected. And it doesn't always look right to us. And this is interesting. Number 56, healing, crisis, and purging. So I'm getting at the moment that it's like something that had to occur for a bunch of truths to come forward and to kind of reset everyone, to bring the community closer together, to bring truths out about certain things. Like I remember when there was the big fire at Fort McMurray, that brought forward so much information, and so many locals, filmed things that were going on that we never heard about in the media. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to create a grid for Jasper and do some prayers for it. And anyone else, if there's any fires in your area or you feel like doing that as well for Jasper or for California as well, that would be perfect. Okay, let me just see. And a positive thing that comes out of this, so as an example, last year when there were all the fires, including in Lahaina and Acapulco and all the ones in Canada, I started to do grids for these areas. And then what came out of that was I did a big Divine Goddess group assignment where we helped British Columbia and Hawaii, and because of Lahaina and also California. So we did a big piece for that. So there might be a part 2 coming up. So stay tuned. All right. So the next message thing I wanted to look at, some of the world global events. So I wanted to look at see if we have any more information about the internet, the global internet outages. Do we have anything to worry about that? And then we'll see if I have any time to do something else after that. Okay. So I just want to ask about the world global outages from the galactic perspective. What, if anything, do we need any more information? Is there anything to worry about? I agree, Patricia. I agree. And I'll look on the map to see where Edison is. Yeah. Last year, they evacuated Kelowna. They evacuated towns around Kelowna. They evacuated the up in the Yukon. That was huge. And yeah, it seems to me like when things are so close. And this has been like this time of year. There were a lot of fires as well. Okay. So I'm just going to ask now about the world global internet outage. Were any of you impacted? Was anybody here on the call impacted? Or if you're watching on the replay, let us know if you were impacted by the world global outage. Were you able to do any banking? Or were you trying to get travel? Like, I know some places got hit harder than others. I know the plane travel, like they're just starting to clean it up now. It was massive. And those who weren't on the live with Rob, Australia basically shut down. So I had friends that were trying to get back to Australia. Some still aren't back. They're in California, and others decided to go elsewhere because the flights in and out of Australia are such a mess right now. You're working on the Galactic New Year. Fantastic. Woohoo! All right, so the question is, what do we need to know about the world global outage? Solar plexus, material harvest, number 9. Number 19, light codes. And then overall passion ignited, and then I'm going to do some clarification cards and just see if there's anything else we need to know. Okay, so with the solar plexus, we've got the Six of Cups. With material harvest, we have Two of Swords, and the soul is blindfolded. And with the 19 light codes, we have the Four of Swords. And with the Passion Ignited, we have the Knight of Swords. I'm going to pull some other cards after this too. All right, so they're just going to channel through me. So it took away a lot of power for a lot of people. It messed up everybody's schedule in a big way. It upset a lot of people. And then because people and every individual that it changed their direction, it was actually a divine orchestrated timeline reset. And Six of Cups, it forced everyone to slow down and stop and smell the roses. Like it was a massive internet reset on the planet, and it was a massive forcing everybody, no, you can't keep going at 100 miles an hour. You got to stop now and do something else. And yeah. Okay, so then this one is material harvest. So then what do we do? Then we go into gratitude. Like maybe everything that happened was divinely orchestrated and everyone was protected. That's what I got. I got that all the flights had to be grounded. There were things going on in our atmosphere that civilians were not to participate in, were not to see yet. It wasn't the right time, that everybody needed to be on the ground, that there were things that were going on that could have impacted everyone psychologically, okay? Which would explain the Two of Swords and the blindfolded individual. Guess what, everyone? That was a timeline split. That was a massive timeline split. Wow. Okay, so some souls went into gratitude. Some souls went into, wow, I'm so glad. Obviously something happened that we weren't in the air, that many. And then others went into, poor me, everything, all of that. So there was a huge timeline split. That was a week ago Friday. That was on the 19th. So they're also saying that some of it has to do, it was what came in Rob's show was the grids were upgraded, the light grids. And it also, it was also, there were things, see how she's looking up. So there were things that were not to be seen in the sky. It would have created massive anxiety for the collective at this time. And it did create anxiety for some souls because it messed up their plans, but it would have been way over the board if they had seen things that were going on, like actual UFOs, like actual cleanup scenarios. Okay. And then we have number one, Passion Ignited. So overall, it was to open up everyone's heart, and it's to allow us this new beginning, this reset. And Knight of Swords came in as well. So, so let me just see. Yeah, they're cleaning things up. They're cleaning up the timelines and the grid system to allow us to ascend and be in a higher frequency and timeline. So that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Who knew? Right? We all felt it. That's probably why we've all been so tired and needed to sleep. So I had a friend I'm getting my God bumps now. So I had a friend message me on Saturday. Are you okay? She's local. Are you okay? Did you get hit by the outage? And I went, what outage? Because I got knocked out because it was so hot. And then I started to see like stories on Facebook of people having problems, but I've been really tired the last few days. Like I really got knocked out the last couple of days. So yeah, there was a huge timeline split, and it kind of coincides. So I find like now the astrology and the solar flares are kind of reflecting back to us on other things that are going on. Yeah. So anyway, that's super interesting. Okay, I just want to go this. Thank you, Bella. I will do the same setup grids for these areas. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, so one good thing about you being here and us sharing, I'm going to set up a grid for Edson and for Jasper, and keep them in my prayers, and make sure that everything is okay. All right. And also I'll keep my eye on it too and see if anything comes out. Sorry, I'm laughing at some of the comments. Yeah, I didn't know about it either. Found out later. Same with me, Geo. It didn't impact us. I'm like, okay, this is me. Joyful Jennifer, I've been with you. It was too hot to notice. I was knocked out for days. Exactly. I think that's why I don't love the heat anymore, because one, it's too hot. Like, it's not just like it was hot 20 years ago. Now it's like going into a brick oven hot. So I just get so lethargic and don't want to be outside that I'm not. I just find it, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to just pull a couple more cards from this deck, see if there's anything else that we need to know about the global internet outage. Holy Grail, Crystal Skull Wisdom, interesting, and Healing Codes. The Healing Codes has been coming in a lot. So Holy Grail, inner discovery, finding sacredness, you are what you seek. So one of the messages is to push us to go within. And this came in when I was sharing with Rob too. If something happened and we didn't have the internet, do you have what you need at home? Like, as an example, or if power went out and you weren't able to access anything like you normally would, including going to buy food, including to go get gas, etc. Do you have enough on hand? So I went through a personal power outage in December, and that forced me to realize, where are my candles? Where's my emergency kit? So I put together an emergency kit. So just things like that. And also notice how you are when things like that happen. Like, if it impacts us personally, we might go through certain emotions as opposed if we didn't. But I do remember, so that night I was able to get back to my apartment because I'm in a complex that's all electronic. So I was able to get back in to see my kitty, but wasn't able to cook. I'm facing someplace that had power. So we had light, and I had put the kettle on before I went out. So I had hot water to make tea. So I just focused on the positive things. But then I started to realize, oh, I can't even listen to music. Like, I don't even have a radio with batteries or anything. Like, just these things I thought, like, it was weird, because then you think, okay, if you're in a place, not in a hot house, I wasn't able to leave. So that's kind of why we need to have certain things at home. Yeah. And sometimes I wouldn't be able to have a generator where I am. I'm in an apartment, but yeah. So just things like that, it started me thinking. So I've got here it is 6 months later, and I'm not like 100% prepared, but it's just an idea we talked about too, about always making sure you have a little bit of cash on you, because you might not be able to get any money out. And if the internet's down, you won't be able to transfer any money either. Yeah. Super interesting, right? Okay. Crystal Skull Wisdom. So I do feel like it's a blessing in disguise to give, and especially everyone that was involved in it, to have everybody think about, well, if this happens again, what would I do? Okay. Crystal Skull Wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. So it was also, they're letting me know, so that we are getting moved over to a higher frequency grid system to help support the earth and all of us with the solar flares coming in. So the grid system is also going through an upgrade, as are we. Star being healing codes, important information, wounds are being healed and recharging. So yeah, when things like that happen, it's just best to slow down, smell the roses, have a cup of tea, coffee, coconut water, focus on what is positive, be grateful for whatever you have in this now moment. If you're at home, sleep, right? Maybe you're going to get knocked out, right? You can't be on the internet. You're going through a reset. Wounds are healing and recharging, and we are all recharging at this time. I have to share with you all, when the power went out. So I've had 2 incidents. I've had nothing for 3 years. So the power went out in December, and I realized, where are my batteries? Where are my candles? So I got that all organized. Then there was a planned power outage a month ago, and it was in the elevator, but I didn't notice it until that night. And I literally had an hour I got home to get organized. And what they did was they shut everything down in the building. They were doing some work out on the street. So lights out, like so I got it all organized for me and my kitty, and all lights were out at like 11, including internet down. So I went to sleep. So, and when I woke up in the morning, I heard that the entire complex had been reset. and that I had gone through a huge reset. So that's what I feel. I feel like the whole planet went through a massive reset in a positive way. And we'll see how the story unfolds as it comes in for sure. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that. I think I've already been here an hour and 9, and I was talking with Rob for an hour. So I think we'll leave the USA. I'll just pull a couple cards about what's going on in the USA. Oh, the Mary Magdalene frequency, is that the source frequency? Gio, are you still here? If you typed in what the pure source frequency was, I missed it. So if you could type that in again, that would be great. Okay, so I'm just going to ask in general. There's a whole bunch of things going on in the USA, and that's going to impact everybody in the world. And for those of you who are outside of the USA, if you don't know, there is a big, massive election to shift everything in November. And I'm not going to go too much into that today. I think what I'll do is I will... oh, you were calling for it. Okay. I think I might do a deep dive around all of this for Rumble just to be on the safe side, but I think I will just overall say, what do we need to know about everything that's happening in the USA right now as the story has completely shifted and kind of come to the forefront as we're preparing for whatever's going to happen in November. So let me just see what wants to come out for us all. Okay. Order of Melchizedek. Merkaba activation. Wow. Didn't expect that. Heart of Source. I'm hearing these are messages for those of us that stay neutral and stay out of it. So if we don't stay neutral, we get dragged back into that frequency. And you won't be able to receive all of this. Okay, so that's good to know. Okay, Order of Melchizedek. We are all right now being embraced by the light. Our missions are being uncovered to the next level and not to give up. So again, we're that pillar of light. We are divine source creator, ground crew. We're starseed ground crew, and we're to remember that. And we're to, even if you got to write a post-it out, stick it on your mirror to remind you, I am not this drama unfolding. It is not impacting me personally. And to just focus on ourselves and remain the pillar of light. Okay. Merkaba activation. Wow. Okay. So transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. So again, remain neutral, focus on your ascension, focus on your keeping your frequency high, and don't focus on that story because it's a reminder. It's the movie, it's the story. Final message, Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. And that's it, that we are, Source is watching this too, and a big, big healing is going to come out of all the events that are going to unfold, and just to keep your hearts open and healed and connected. Okay, on that note, I love the Sophia Code. It's like the last book that I ordered, and it's by my bed. So it took me a couple of years to actually order it, but I love it. And I just read pieces of it when I'm called to. It's just highly activating. It's very beautiful. Let's see. You're welcome. Holding peace and calm. Thank you, Joyful Jennifer. We all are. Thank you. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for being here. Trusting the process. Keeping an open heart. All right. On that note, you beautiful divine souls, thank you everyone for being here and who watch us on replay. Thank you for sharing this out. Super offers on, and if you feel called and you would like to work with me before the Lionsgate, there's still some available sessions. I've been updating my website daily with the dates that are available. There's also all sorts of things, including distance healing, mentorship, empowerment coaching to help you with your mission, all of that. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I have sent a clarion call out. I sent a clarion call out to all souls, and this is from yesterday, through Prime Source Creator, who would benefit from a deep quantum Akashic healing before the Lionsgate to step in. So if that is you, check in with me. There's still availability, and it's because you have a big mission and you're being given an opportunity to clear lifetimes of data that you no longer need to experience. All right, beautiful souls. Thank you all so much for being here, and sending you love and aloha, and I'll be back soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.